Assalamu alaikum children, it is now time for you to prepare for Madrasa this Saturday. Now, let's begin by revising all the alphabets that you've learned last Saturday. Last term, you learned the Arabic alphabets individually. This term, we're going to learn them in joint form, or it's something like running writing in English. Last week, we began by learning the letter Ain. Now, let's look at how Ain looks like if it's joined with Alif. Just write the top half of Ain and combine it with Alif. Now, how would Ain look like if it's in the middle of a word? Now, in this example, we look into Ba plus Ain plus Noon. You begin by writing the letter Ba. Next, you write the letter Ain. The letter Ain changes significantly when it's in the middle compared to at the beginning. You finish with the letter Noon. There you have it, Ba, Ain, Noon. Remember to only put the dots after you finish writing the word. The next alphabet is Ghain. Ghain is very similar to Ain, but it has a dot on top of it. So the way you write it is exactly the same, just add a dot on top of the letter Ain. The next alphabet is Fa. The letter Fa at the beginning of a word looks very similar to Fa appearing individually. Just write the letter Fa minus the tail at the end and connect it to the letter Ta. As usual, finish writing the letters first before adding the dots at the end. Now, how would the letter Fa look like if it appears in the middle of a word? In this example, we're looking at Ta, Fa, and Ha. We begin by writing the letter Ta and make a loop in the middle to represent the letter Fa and finish with the letter Ha. There are two ways to write the letter Ha when it's at the end, and both are represented here. Now, how would Fa look like at the end of a word? Kaf and Fa. You begin by writing the letter Kaf and end by making a loop and writing the letter Fa. Next alphabet is Qaf. Qaf is very similar to Fa except that it has two dots. So Qaf at the beginning of a word looks very similar to Fa. Qaf, Ya. You write the letter Qaf at the beginning and end with the letter Ya. Qaf in the middle of a word would look very similar to Fa except that it has two dots. In this example, we look at Ba, Qaf, Alif. So you begin by writing the letter Ba, make a loop for the letter Qaf, and finish by writing the letter Alif and add two dots. Now let's take a look at Qaf at the end of a word. The example is Ha and Qaf. Now begin by writing the letter Ha and then do a loop and finish off the letter Qaf. Ha, Qaf. The letter Fa and the letter Qaf look very similar when they are written individually or at the end of a word, but there's a slight difference between the two of them apart from the one dot and the two dots. Imagine there is a line. Now when you write the letter Fa, the whole alphabet is above the line. When you write the letter Qaf, part of the tail is underneath the line. Next letter is Lam. And in our worksheet, we have Lam followed by the letter Ra. Lam, Ra. Now, how would the letter Lam appear in the middle of a word? Kha, Lam, and Ain. You begin by writing the letter Kha and followed by the letter Lam, and then you finish off with Ain. When Lam meets the letter Alif, it's written in a very special way. Lam, Alif. Or the other way, Lam, Alif. When Lam appears at the end of a word, it takes its full shape. In this example, Kha and Lam. Kha, Lam. The next letter is Mim. Mim can either be written with a long tail or a short tail. When Mim appears at the beginning of a word, it is written this way. Mim, Alif. Next, let's take a look at how Mim looks like when it appears in the middle of a word. Ta, Mim, Ta. You begin by writing the letter Ta and then Mim and Ta. Ta, Mim, Ta. When the letter Mim appears at the end of a word, it can either be written with a long tail or a short tail. And finally, the last letter of the week is ha. When ha appears at the beginning of a word, it is written like this: ha, alif. The letter ha, when it appears in the middle of the word, can be written in two ways. The first way is with a loop, ba, ha, alif. Another way to write it is just ba and a slight dip, ha, alif. When ha appears at the end of a word, it is written like this: ba, ha, ba, ha. So that's all our revision for this week. You will notice that some letters will take a whole new shape when it is written individually at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Make sure that you revise your lessons and familiarize yourself with all the various shapes of the alphabets. See you this Saturday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.